question, but I'll let that slide. But my question to you guys, it's a Saturday afternoon. You've gotten rid of all your work for the week. You've renovated your house there, Mark. You're finally done with that. Roger, you got a nice Pinot there. You're doing fine. George, same thing. You're sitting there. You got the Brazilian food. Bill, you're with the kids listening to the 80s music, and you finally get 15 minutes by yourself, maybe an hour. Saturday afternoon, you got an hour by yourself. What are you doing? What do you do to relax? We'll start with George.
I spend time with my 2 sons and my wife, and hearing about
Cheating, you're by yourself now. What do you do to relax by yourself?
I watch The Walking Dead.
Binge watch? You binge watch it?
No, it only comes on 1 episode at a time. I'm already current.
All right, Roger.
Well, I'm a nature guy. I love being in nature. So
you're looking for The Walking Dead.
I am looking to find my way to get out into our beautiful county, and we are so blessed. And I used to live right along the canal, and to be able to walk along the canal is really quite a blessing. And so I'm a fly fisherman, so any chance I get to be in a stream, and trout only live in beautiful places, that's where you'd find me.
Okay. Mark?
So you said this was only an hour. So I don't picture this transportation thing unless you've got teleportation. But so if it's me, I'd probably read stuff I normally don't get to read. I mean, I spend a lot of time on the internet looking at science stuff and looking at history stuff, and I often can't do that because I'm looking at things that are more related to policy decisions I'm trying to make. And so I think if I had the time, I'd go look at science articles, and I'd go look to see what people are thinking about and what they're writing about. I've never gotten over a level of intellectual curiosity about things that are not in my wheelhouse, and I feel like you should try to know as much as you can know.
Bill, how about you?
I reject the premise entirely.
What, did you never have any alone time?
2 jobs and 2 children, a 6th grader and a 4th grader running for office. There's absolutely no chance of there being 15 minutes of personal downtime. It's a Saturday afternoon. I would definitely try to sneak in some college football, but the premise is totally absurd.
How old are your kids again?
My daughter is 11 and my son's 9.
Oh, you got 20 years. You're done.
This is a tough time to have so much going on because they got.
What would you binge watch?
What would I binge? It wouldn't be zombie shows. That would not relax me at all. I don't know.
All right. Well, we're gonna. We've got each of you've got a couple of minutes now to close. I want to thank everybody for being here this evening. Once again, my name is Brian Cameron. I'm executive of the Sentinel Newspapers. You can catch all of this online at www.thesentinel.com. That's our plug. And I encourage everybody to actually subscribe to our newspaper. We're the last remaining newspaper in the county, and have been featured by the NDDC for the last 5 years. And so we appreciate your readership and we appreciate your patronage. And we're going to start. We started down with you at the beginning of the night, so we're going to finish with you, Mark. We're going to start with Bill. Your closing statement.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you to the Sentinel, and a special thank you to everyone who came tonight and stuck it out to the very end. As I mentioned in the opening,
just for the zombie comment, I loved it.
Yeah, we learned something today here. As I mentioned in my opening, I had the joy of growing up in Montgomery County, and that quality of life that I enjoyed growing up here is why I returned here and why Bethany and I are raising our kids here. And from my conversations with folks all across the county, I know folks are ready for new leadership and a positive vision of the future. I'm running to be a part of a new generation of leadership that's focused on making our county a more welcoming place for businesses to grow and for our children to stay after they've grown and gotten into education. I want to ensure that we're addressing our challenges boldly and building a vibrant economy so that Montgomery County will draw current and future generations to live here and love it the way we have. Thanks.
George.
It's been a great privilege to serve the people of Montgomery County for the last 15 years, and if the voters of Montgomery County want me to continue my public service, I'm available. I think the meaning of life is service to others, especially those who most need a government on their side. And so my commitment is to continue my efforts to ensure access to health care, to ensure that those with disabilities have access to employment and housing and do not face discrimination. I have a very long-standing, deep relationship with the many diverse communities in this county. I have gotten to know the wide range of people. It's so great representing Montgomery County. I can speak with Venezuelan Americans about what's happening in Venezuela, Pakistani Americans about what's happening in Pakistan, without ever leaving Montgomery County. And so I've tried very hard to understand the needs of our diverse communities, but also to make sure that we achieve our social justice goals through a growing economy, healthy tax base, attracting jobs and investment, working well with businesses, and more than anything else, being responsive to the people we work for, providing government that works and gets results, a culture of customer service. And that's what I hope to bring to the job of county executive. If you decide to hire me, it would be the greatest honor of my life.
Thank you, George. Roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've sought to convey a bit of who I am this evening. Let me tell you who I'm not. I am not an ideologue. I am, in the words of the Washington Post, progressive but pragmatic. I take issue with the but. I am progressive and pragmatic. And being pragmatic is not a failing. It is essential to governing well. I believe in rolling up my sleeves and getting things done. Getting things done that improve your quality of life. Like keeping the lights on by taking on Pepco. Like making our county government carbon neutral and a national leader in sustainability. Bringing our county government, school system, planners, and our community together to seriously address school overcrowding. Bringing the region together to focus on fixing Metro. Bringing people together to get things done is what I do. Our county has changed and more change is coming. Change is challenging. We need a leader at the helm who will inspire confidence as we move forward, celebrating what we have become and what we can be. What we have become is an extraordinary new world community. What we can be is a more dynamic and innovative community that builds on our assets. Bottom line, as good as our county is today, we can be that much better. The key is increasing prosperity and having that prosperity shared more broadly. If we achieve that, we will grow our tax base and provide the services you deserve, but not through tax increases. Your job is to pick the candidate you conclude has the experience, record, temperament, and vision that will bring about a better tomorrow for you and your children. I believe I am that person, or I promise you I would not be seeking this office. With your help, we can make sure our county fulfills its great promise. That is our destiny. Let's seize it together. I ask for your support. I ask for your vote. Thank you.
And Mark?
So I think, and I've said this before, that I think we stand at a crossroads in Montgomery County. And for all the things that we do right, we are facing some very serious challenges. And it's easy to say I'm going to grow the economy, but there are no projections we've seen that would grow the economy fast enough to outrace the rising need in the county and inflation and everything else that erodes the value of the dollar. So we are in a very tough place, and I think all my colleagues know that the county executive has yet again proposed a 3% across the board cut in his agencies. And the question is, how long can we go on not meeting the basic needs that we need to make, not addressing things that are solvable problems, but we don't have the resources to do it? And how do we do it without raising taxes, which is something that clearly is not going to be something that people are going to tolerate. And I've reached the conclusion that this county has to look very hard at how it does things, how we've structured the government, how we've worked with our workforce, whether we bring them into the planning of government operations or left them on the outside. And we've got to find a way to do better with the $2 billion plus that's actually in the county government's hands. And to fall short of what it seemed at times like relatively small expenditures because we don't have the money, I think is a shame. We can't be the thing that we aspire to be unless we address the challenges that confront the county government today. So I think we have to work smarter. We have to look at the processes that are involved in the county government. Nobody should take months to hire. Contracts shouldn't take months to go out. You shouldn't have layers of decision-making in the county where you have 9 people checking a box so that the person who makes a decision can just say, all 9 boxes have been checked, now I'll make a decision. I think we need a fresh approach, and I'm willing to lead that fresh approach. This county means everything to me, and the ability to be successful and take us where we need to go is the only thing that I want to do.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you all for being here this evening. The first of what I hope we will have 3 of in total, and I'm looking for your input as to what we'll do the next time around. But I want to thank everyone for being here this evening, and again, it's available on the Sentinel website, and we'll have it in the paper this week. And if you look on the website, you'll have capsuled highlights, and of course, it's been live streaming, you'll be able to access that. Once again, thank you for being here this evening. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.